Hello everyone. Hope all of you are having a fantastic day. In today's video I will be talking about the Season 3 theme, Season 3 weapon balance changes and specially about the Man-O-War thermite rounds attachment. There's a lot of exciting information in the video, so keep watching till the end and please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Before beginning the video, a big shout out to leakers on duty and the leakers over there for the leaks. The theme of Season 3 has been revealed and it is going to be called Vintage Vigilance. From the character leaks that I shared in my last video, I would imagine that it will be based around the World War II time period and the theme will revolve around it. Moving on, let's talk about the Season 3 weapon buffs and nerfs. Let's start with the buffs. First up is the Man-O-War. The Man-O-War, which was recently buffed, will see a new signature attachment called thermite rounds, which will slow down enemies and inflict damage to them slowly. You will also be able to shoot down enemy score streaks with it from what the leaks suggest so far. The KN-44 will receive a buff which will see its horizontal recoil decrease. The HBR will see its lower arm multiplier increase from 1 to 1.2, while the Odin will have its upper arm multiplier improved. Next up, the MAC-10 will see an improvement in its damage range as well and an increase in its bullet speed. The QXR will also receive major buffs which will see its stomach multiplier and bullet spread accuracy improve. The enhanced bolt attachment will also receive a buff. Next up is the MX-9, which is finally getting much needed buffs, and this might mean that it returns to the meta weapons list after a long time. The buffs include an increase to its damage range, reduced horizontal recoil and an increase in its lower arm multiplier. The AGR will see a buff to its 30 and 60 round mags. The OTS-9 will receive a buff to its range as well as the body part multiplier. This buff will be limited to multiplayer only. The next gun to receive a buff will be the Codm, which will also get a buff to its stomach multiplier from 1 to 1.05. The Bruin MK9 will also receive a buff to its range, with its range values receiving an increase at medium range. The Dingo will also receive a buff to its bullet speed velocity, which will improve from 800 milliseconds to 1000 milliseconds. Now let's talk about the utilities, score streaks and operator skills. The Thermite is also receiving a few important buffs that will see its radius increasing from 3 meters to 3.5 meters as well as an increase to its maximum and minimum damage. The Cluster Grenade will also see a buff to its damage, and the Concussion Grenade will receive a buff to its duration which will increase from 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. Next, the Vulture perk will see a buff where the health return will be increased from 20 to 30. Now let's talk about the nerfs. The first nerf is going to be to the DRH. Its headshot multiplier will see a decrease from 1.55 to 1.5. The next nerf is going to be to the ballistic shield, whose duration will decrease from 35 seconds to 25 seconds. Next up, the Hawk X3 score requirement is going to increase from 750 to 830. The Wheelson will also receive a nerf to its fire interval. The last nerf will go to the Equalizer, which will see its damage resistance reduce from 30% to 25%. That pretty much sums up all the weapon balance changes we can expect to see in Season 3. Please note that these changes are not 100% confirmed and there might be some changes eventually. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you did. Thanks for watching.